Hey, welcome to the second episode of Culture Shock.
I'm Rob.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Nick. And this week on Culture Shock, we're talking about the movie Creed.
Creed came out a while ago and it'll be out on DVD soon. And we loved it as a movie, and so we just kind of wanted to do a little review of it. So,
Yeah.
what do you guys think?
I absolutely loved it. I've only seen like the first and second first and second Rocky movies, but just really coming back into that like genre, it was just like it really encapsulated the whole like feeling of what the Rocky movies originally did. I thought it was just coming out of it. I felt really good about the movie, and it just pumped you up. But they did a really good job with just the aspect of like coming from such a hard place and all these struggles, but like the outcome, whether it was good or not, he brought it to a better place.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as someone who grew up loving the Rocky movies and someone who I've always really enjoyed the Rocky story. I would say that, I think Creed definitely hit it on the mark. I would say it's probably my second favorite movie of the Rocky series, probably tied for second out of all, 7 of them?
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. It definitely captured that, the whole, I think Rocky has, in a way, set aside its own genre, kind of like you said. And it captured that, fight movie genre. You come out of the movie, you're hyped, it's exciting, it brings up all sorts of different emotions while you're watching the movie. It was very well directed, very well produced. I couldn't have been more happy with it.
Yeah, I just thought it was just amazingly put together. It was a great movie, and it kind of had that almost the same feel as the Rocky movies without taking too much from them and just kind of like starting its own new thing. And that's what I liked about it a lot. I also liked how it just showed, it went greatly into depth of, what was his name? Adonis Creed. That's right. So it went greatly into his own character, and just kind of a lot of his opponents in the movie kind of thought that he was kind of like spoiled. He was only really a big shot because of his name, and he was kind of in a rich family. But the movie also showed kind of his rough childhood and how that played into effect. So it's like, you can't judge a book by its cover,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I thought that was a good theme too.
Yeah. The movie as a whole has a lot of really good aspects that can tie into our journey in our faith, and that's right, especially the phrase that Rocky kept using, and they kind of plugged in throughout the movie: the one step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time. Just the message of perseverance really penetrated the whole movie. As I think that's one of the big things that has set aside all the Rocky movies, is that something that has always persistently been in all of the movies, is an attitude of perseverance against odds that may not be in your favor, or against, even when the odds may look like they're in your favor, really seeking out the best for yourself and the best for all the people around you. And just that mentality that sometimes, you're gonna get hit, sometimes you're gonna get knocked down, but there's always a reason to be moving forward. And I think that captures the mentality of faith. And when we sin, when we screw up, when we realize that we haven't been doing what God's been calling us to, we're always being called to move forward, to take another step forward, to get back to confession, to receive the Eucharist, to get back on track with whatever God's calling us to do in our vocations, all of those things. So.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. I also really liked how Rocky kind of flipped roles too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole he was mentored as like a fighter growing up by Mick, and now that he's flipped roles, but he's been out of the game for so long, and he didn't really want to, but it's kind of almost forced into like getting back into it, and he picked his role well.
Yeah, I think when you say he was trick forced, I think that might be kind of the case, as well as just the reality that Rocky's character acknowledges that there's something important about Adonis, and that Rocky faced a lot of the similar struggles that he had, or at least maybe his struggles weren't similar, but they both had struggles, and Rocky saw the opportunity to help Adonis come out of that. And so he took the opportunity to play that particular role in Adonis's life to provide for him what so many others had provided for him when he was Adonis's age. So.
Especially, I think one of those characters that kind of helped Rocky when he was Adonis's age was Apollo himself.
Oh yeah.
And so like I think kind of Rocky decided to take on that mentor role of Adonis, kind of as like along with just his love for Adonis, just that thankfulness to Apollo. You know, he might have felt a little guilty for Apollo's death, but just kind of taking Adonis under his wing, under his wing, under his wing, and just kind of mentoring him like Apollo did to him so many years ago.
And I think again, like bringing it back to the faith, we all have those people in our life, whether they came into our life or we stopped them out, whether it's priests, godparents, parents, siblings, friends, whoever it is. We all have those people who play a particular role in our life that have helped or continue to help us pursue whatever our goals are, and to continue to take those steps forward even when we get knocked down, or even when there are difficult aspects of our lives that we're being called to overcome. So thanks for watching, and let us know what you thought about the movie, as well as how you thought that Rocky as a mentor applies to the faith.
And if you like this video, please share and subscribe. And you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.